something exciting in this video. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. Keep watching. Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to do a makeup video. See me my brush and some brushes, more brushes. This is just a quick makeup tutorial to help my sisters just know how to like get the brows there, proper blending, and just like look good for your presentation. You're off to work, or just you have someone you're going to meet or something, and you just want to enhance your look. I like using makeup. I learned makeup 7 years ago, and it has helped me handy. So all of my videos or pictures you see, I do my makeup myself. It's just so helpful. Of course, I'm not going to do my makeup maybe for wedding or all of that, but for like basic presentations and just going out, it's just helpful to like look good, enhance your look, and feel good. Okay. And for my brothers watching the video, please learn, because your wife would ask you in the future to get her an angle brush. Don't get her a toothbrush. You need to know the actual brush so that you can help her do the makeup quickly. Just look at her and like, oh yeah, she looks good and all of that. Okay, let's get into it quickly. So it's going to be very fast and quick. I'm not going to talk about makeup products. It's just getting your brush. If you look at my eyes, I did like brow threading just to have like my brows in shape, so it's easier for me to draw my brows, and I'm going to just go straight into it. Okay, so I have my pencil. I'm just going to follow my arc and draw my brows. I always have a mirror by my side, and I'll do this quickly. It's just easier for me. Okay, I'm following this as quickly as I can. If you see this black thing here, it's a birthmark, so that my mother will always recognize me. Right, it's gonna be really quick. Perfect. Depending on how you like your brows to be, if you want it to be very full, if you want it to be light, if you want it to have a natural look, it just depends on what you want. Once I finish that, I have my angle brush. If you can see, it has a 90 degrees angle. I'm going to use my concealer. It's just going to be really quick. And I use a lighter concealer at the bottom, so I'll just follow the arc. Some of you may say, I don't have brows. You can go to any beauty salon to just carve it. It's just for you to get the shape, and then it's easier for you to... So it's easier for you to quickly carve your brows. Thanks to advancements in the beauty space, people actually can just, go and do like a temporary tattoo on the brows, just to have it easy. Then you don't have to stress making up and drawing your brows. Some people can actually just do like temporary brows that's drawn every day, so they don't have to stress. I feel like that's really helpful as well. Otherwise, if you haven't gotten to that stage, because I know some of those things can be expensive, if you haven't gotten to that stage, please manage and be drawing your brows. I advocate for knowing your budgets. There's no pressure in this life. You're not impressing anybody unless you have someone you're really, really impressing. But honestly, I watched a sermon recently. A few years ago when I was still a student, and the preacher said, why are you buying designer things when you know you can't afford it? There's nothing wrong with it, but you're at a stage where you can't afford it. There's no need doing that and going into credit or not managing your finances. Same with everything in life. Okay, you can see. So this is... I'm just following the arc, to be honest. And then I'll properly blend. And this is now being vulnerable. Now you see how I struggle sometimes with my birthmark. But don't worry, I still love it and I thank God for it. Okay. I have a mirror by my side just in case you see me looking by the side. Looking at my mirror as well. Okay, I'm just quickly going to blend. Some people do start with primer if you want to, but because I'm not going to take makeup for long, I'm just going to skip primer. So for some people, you can actually start by priming your face if you want to, but I'm just skipping this for now. It's helpful. I have my primer, but I'm just going to blend this quickly. Okay. just in a quick blending. If you have mirror, you can check the brows. Of course, I'm going to do like finishing touches later, but let's just, and then you can definitely add, let's say your concealer or your foundation took out a bit, you can just go back and draw it again, depending, like you said, if I want mine to be a bit thick, so I'm just gonna go back and fill it up again. Okay, now we're done with drawing our brows. I always also say you can, for my sisters, you can watch a couple of makeup videos too online just to learn 1 or 2 tricks. Sometimes I do it, but I learned this basic 7 years ago, and it's just easy for me to build up on it if I really need to learn something, a different trick. Okay, we're done with the brows. I'm just going to be a bit quicker because I don't want this to be very long. I have my eyeshadow that I want to quickly use, and I have the brushes I use for eyeshadows. There's eyeshadow brush. I'm going for a matte one, so I'll just do this on my eyeshadow as well. Like I said, you can decide to prime your eyes or prime your entire face if you want to. Today I'm intentionally skipping it because I'm not going to carry this makeup for long, because I'm just going to wipe my face after anyways. Let me save my primer. Okay, I'm just going for something very natural. This look, I can take it to church, to work, to just go hang out with some friends. If I have a meeting and I just don't want to take my face bare like that, I would just a bit. So we call some of the eyeshadows matte. It just means like they don't have glitters and all of that. If I want to add the one that has glitters, I can do that, but I may not want to do this. It's just a simple look. So you can look for the eyeshadow that works with your outfit too. I'm wearing black, so most likely black will go with almost everything. Different eyeshadow, but you know, so the type of eyeshadow you use will determine if you're going for like a glam look or you're going for a dinner or something. And I'll still come back and blend more as well, but I just want to get the basics first, and then we'll come back and do more blending, because that's what will make everything sit very well. Cool. The next thing I'm going to apply is always encouraged that you finish with your eyes, but now I have eyelashes on, so if I didn't have, I'll probably just use mascara just for my eyelashes a bit, but I don't really need that much, so I can skip that process. Once I'm done with my eyes, I look at the mirror, and lots of times if there's any other blending which I would do, I would continue doing that. Okay, so the next other thing I would do later on, some people can do like the cat eyes if they want to. This is a simple look, so you can do cat eyes. I'm still really learning how to. I don't really like cat eyes that much. I'm still learning, but you can do your cat eyes. If you may say, oh, I'm just a beginner, I don't even know how to do cat eyes, just do something small, right? I know there's some really good cat eyes professionals out there. I don't do a lot of cat eyes because sometimes I just want to be as natural as possible, even with makeup, because it's just to enhance, not necessarily to make me look entirely different. Quickly going to do a foundation, so I'm going to pick up my foundation brush. There's a brush for everything. I have my foundation. You can see here, my foundation. I'm just gonna apply on my face. Some people, I first of all like to apply with a brush, and then I'll use a foam around to dab well. Okay, some people can decide to apply the foundation like at different strategic points. Honestly, for makeup, find what will be the quickest. I'm very conscious of the time for this video, so I want to make sure I'm not wasting all the time in the world. I have a brush that helps me really blend foundation well. So once I'm done applying, I'll just like go around to areas. I'm looking at my face, areas that I know I don't have a lot, and I'll just even it out. So I'm just gonna do more blending. I don't want this video to be long, so I'll pause it a bit so it's not long. Okay, so I'm done blending very well. You just continue blending, blending, blending. Okay, I'm just going to line my lips quickly. Sometimes I use lip gloss. Just wanna line the lips just to give it a different definition, right? Okay. Now let's just go quickly into powder. Putting your powder. Like I said, I'm not going into products or like explaining what different products are, but I have a powder palette. It has different shades of powder. I've had this powder palette for, let's see, you can see some of them, like it's almost finished. I've had it for close to 4 years because I bought a big powder palette. I'm like, no, this is going to take me for a while. And one trick is to use a lighter version of powder under your eyes. So use a lighter powder under your eyes. It's the same, like a lighter shade, the same powder you use, but just use a lighter one under your eyes. Use a lighter one on your forehead, just a bit, right? Okay. Sometimes here. I'm glad I learned from a good male makeup artist. He's really good, Mr. Harry. Thank you, sir. I learned it 7 years ago from him, and every other new trick, makeup trick, is like an add-on. Once I've applied a lighter shade, so if you can see, there's some lighter shades here. Yeah, that's what I'm using. And then I would go use another brush for just to powder my face. So I use my normal powder for my face. Because of time, I'm trying to do something quickly. Okay, make sure everything is properly blended so that you don't have something sticking out. And sometimes it's always good to do your neck, because definitely, and some parts of your ear, just so that your neck is not darker. Sometimes I see that my neck is a bit darker than my face, so I just have to put powder there so that it just blends, because it's your face. Yes, your face looking bright, but I don't want your neck to look so dark. So I just put on my ear, put everywhere. Okay, so I'm looking good. Okay. I'll do my nose. Okay. Once I do that, I'm just going to show how I do my bronzer. So I smile. First of all, I use a darker shade to contour my face a bit. You can see that my powder is darker here. I'm just like doing a slant. Just to give my face, because I love to use, what's it called again? I haven't forgotten. I love to use blush. So once I do this, it just kind of like defines my face that, oh, this side has blush, this other side doesn't have. So I do this. Then when I'm done, I would apply bronzer a bit. So I smile, because the bronzer is to highlight to my cheekbone, right? So a lot of times when some of the ladies do makeup, they're like, I don't have this, I don't have that. No, you just have to improvise sometimes. Okay, and then I'll apply my blush a bit, finding the blush that works. Sometimes I like my blush to go with my eyeshadow, just so it really blends and my blush is not out there. So this is my pack of blush. I have 4 different colors that I use. Yep. So just a bit. Then when I'm done, I'll blend again. The idea is in blending. The blending is just to make sure that everything sits well. Okay. Everything sits well. Okay. So if you look at you can see that under my eyes it's a bit lighter. So when I look at that, I'm like, do I really like this? Otherwise, I just add more powder. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a lip gloss today because I love my lips to be glossy. So I will just do a lip gloss, and of course I'll add more powder and blend more for my face. Remember, I had lined my lips. I'm just applying a lip gloss because it's just a simple look. I don't want to put a lipstick, but you can put lipstick if you want to. I prefer to put my lip gloss. And then for other parts, I'll just blend now. So I'm not going to blend very well. Just be careful. Sometimes you have to change brushes so that the brush you use for your blush doesn't affect your other face. So I'm going to pause the video a bit and just blend properly. Okay, let's assume I'm happy with my look. I like how my face looks like. Other times, some people can apply a bit of bronzer to their nose. That's a bit of bronzer to their nose. And then at the tip of their mouth, just a bit. Sometimes I use my hand. I have a lower brush. I just like use it for my nose. Just a bit, just a bit. The idea is not to have a stand-up, but that gives a pointed nose feeling. Mind you, I'm doing this for everybody, right? Some may say, well, my nose is not too pointed. Or if you just want to add something different to just give a pointed nose feeling, and you can also make this part a bit darker, right? Just so that it's like you're defining when we probably are trying to contour our face, or just defining it. And if you can see, there's a bit of difference in my nose, just very slight, you will not know. Yeah, and then when I'm done with everything, I'm happy with all the blending, I'll use a setting spray. But if there's anything wrong, again, I'll just go ahead. But before I use the setting spray, some people are very, very good with like doing their edges. I don't know, but you can definitely have your gel for your edges if you have hair edges. Just going to add a bit. I'm not going to do anything dramatic because I need to finish this video already. So just a bit. And you can tie your hair too. I needed to tie my hair so that it doesn't distract me as I'm doing my makeup. Okay, just adding a bit of gel. Make it how best. This is just to give you a foundation of like what to do. Some of you already know this, so that's fine. But I'm more interested in those who are like, you know what, I need to learn this makeup thing. And it's exciting when you're learning from even somebody you know. So I'm like, I've learned this. I went to a makeup school, professional makeup school. I've worked with my boss to do makeup on people. I did makeup when I was in the university. Some of my friends can attest to this. They know me. So I'm just going to use a setting spray for my face just to make everything set well. You can see I just sprayed it, and I have a fan that I'm just going to use to dry my face. Thank you all for watching. Thank you. I remain your girl, Hephzibah, 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 God's delight. Bye. Thank you, Jesus, for helping me.